You are listening to Radio Cosmos.
All night long.
Bravo!
My compliments, little lady.
Commercial! Break for 30 seconds. Get to transmission.
You are now listening to BaaD Radio.
Hello and welcome to BaaD Radio. BaaD stands for Business at a Distance. This is a show about local businesses and business networking. We are here in the News Radio WFLA Orlando studios from 11 a.m. to noon every Sunday, and I am your host, Angela Smrito, and welcome to the first show of 2026. So we can get a little about that. Hope everyone had an amazing holiday season, and I, for one, am ready to get back into the swing of things. Now, I had announced in December that we were going to be making some positive changes to the show, so join me in welcoming Chelsea Welsh with Florida Energy Water and Air.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yep. Chelsea's going to be joining me each and every week to bring the show some new perspectives, some new ideas, and overall help make the show more interesting. So, again, welcome, Chelsea. I am so glad to have you as part of BaaD Radio.
Thank you for having me, Angela.
And that brings me to our first guest of 2026. Please welcome Dr. Ryan Naughtin with Beach Medical back to the show. And he puts the glasses on just because
Love the glasses.
No, he does it because he knows it drives me crazy. And before we jump into the whole show, I just want to give a shout out to a show sponsor. I want to thank Forge IT Consulting for supporting us for so many years. They provide a fully outsourced IT department with a personal touch for small business. ForgeITConsulting.com. All right, so let's get going with this. So, Dr. Naughtin, you have gone, we've had about 15 minutes to talk before the show started, and you already talked about like 10 things that I'm like, okay, I want to talk about that. Okay, I want to talk about that. So first and foremost, like, how are you?
Great.
Yep. Well, that's good.
How was your holidays and all of that? Tell us a little bit about, beginning of the year.
Yeah, so holidays, Christmas time, I have an 8-year-old and an 8-month-old.
Mm-hmm.
And so Christmas, while everyone else is out traveling, we like to just stay home, put the cookies out for Santa Claus,
Mm-hmm.
and then get up at the crack of dawn before my daughter does and get ready for the grand come down the stairs, see the presents
Right.
Shot. And so it was awesome. She was so excited. It's like you could bottle that energy and that happiness, and it'll like carry you through the week with all the, the other things going on. It's just like, wow.
The older the kids get, like my kids were still just as excited to get up on Christmas morning and open gifts, but we didn't have to wait for them to go to bed to put everything out anymore. So that part is a little bit nicer. We can just go to bed when they go to bed.
That joy is, something that is definitely a remembrance, right, of why we do those things.
Yeah, it's like, all right, get rid of all the distraction, everything. It's about, the kids and the happiness. And so
good.
I'm still feeding off that energy a
Good.
couple weeks later. So.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so to the business. So I want to talk about the business. I want to talk about the podcast. I want to talk about this new business that you just put together. So you tell me which direction you want to go first.
Let's kind of stick with New Year's resolutions.
Okay.
Good opportunities for people right now in the healthcare industry.
Okay.
So what I was referring to earlier is after about 7 years of practice and looking at different models, I've kind of restructured and found what most of the people are looking for, and that's like a healthcare provider they can connect with and spends time with them.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like their American healthcare system is kind of so commercialized and moves so fast.
It's too difficult to talk to my doctor. In fact, I don't think I can talk to my primary care. That's why I always call you, because I can't, you know what I mean? Like, you have to make an appointment, and then you have to get the insurance right. And then, like you said, it's such a hurdle to just make an appointment when you might just have a simple question. So I agree with you. The concierge type of medicine is definitely the way that people want to go.
And it sounds really expensive. So what we've done is we've just made it $99 a month, and you can get affordable, unlimited access to your medical provider or chiropractic provider. We have both without the insurance headaches. So you pay $99 a month like a gym membership,
Right.
and you get our time in the office or on the phone for whatever you need. We really, I got
What were you
pushed
trying to do
this.
before? Remind me.
It's like $250 a visit,
Okay.
which is kind of a hurdle for a lot of people. But for those that just need to come get their medicine twice a year or something, it's pretty reasonable. This kind of evolved out of doing the hormone replacement plan. I was trying to put together a plan. Hormone replacement takes a little more frequent visits. About every 2 months, we need to have a visit, do refills,
And do blood work. and
check
stuff
blood
like
work
that.
about
Yeah.
every 4 months. And so I was like, how do I get all this to fit together so that it's affordable? So this covers your primary care, urgent care, hormone replacement, weight loss, all of our time for whatever you need. And then I've negotiated pricing with pharmacy to get a discount on like the hormone replacement, the compounded
Oh, okay.
bioidentical
That's
hormone
great.
replacement. So
Yeah.
I can get it for less than if I just send a script to the local compounding pharmacy. We get it mailed right to your house.
Very nice. Do you
and
use
so-
one locally here, or do you? Find...
Yeah, locally, and it's in Ocala. That's pretty local.
Okay, that's local. Yeah.
I shopped. I met with several of them and narrowed it down to get the service I wanted and the pricing we
Pricing.
needed, because some of that stuff is,
Oh yeah.
$2 a capsule. So
Yeah. Some of it can be crazy expensive
Yeah.
through the compound pharmacy. Well, that sounds like you put it all together. So now it's just time to get the word out, right?
yeah, so we're gonna do that, and we're the new company is I've just restructured. It's called Beach Medical Partners.
Okay.
And so I've got the framework down with our procedures, our programs for hormone replacement and all these services. And now I can just partner up with a nurse practitioner that wants to have her own practice.
Okay.
So I have a close friend down in St. Cloud, and she's wants to have her own practice. So with Beach Medical Partners, I'm going to help her open an office as Beach Medical, provide all the
So
support she
it
needs.
would be a branch of Beach Medical.
Yeah, it'll be another Beach Medical. It'll be her practice. We will cover all the mundane aspects of running a business, accounting, billing, software, managing the people and everything, so she can just focus on seeing patients.
That's
and then
Well, she has to go get the patients and then see them as well.
Yeah, well, we have a full marketing. Our marketing will be included in that.
Okay.
So she'll go to like local networks, maybe join a BNI down there and build up that way. But we'll have all the support for all online digital.
That's awesome.
And things like that. And that way, the providers, nurse practitioners are great. They care. They spend a lot of time. Sometimes they're a little nervous about being completely independent out there because they're used to working in a hospital and having doctors and stuff. So we're all a big team. We meet once a week as a group on Zoom.
Okay.
And we just go over all the lab results from that previous week for any new patients as a team. Because hormone replacement is complicated.
It can be
we
very
have a
tricky.
ton. We have a ton of people that have good intentions to manage it, but then there's problems. It's very fickle, and so we meet together as a group and discuss each patient to make sure that we're giving the best care we can. So it's
That's awesome.
we benefit from that team for.
Well, the
many
nurse
reasons.
practitioner is going to learn. Everybody's going to learn from that. And I mean, as far as like the patient care, I can't see it getting much better than that if you're going to have that many eyes like on your blood work to make sure that it looks good.
And all the wisdom over the years, right? That you
Yeah.
can kind of walk each other through.
Yeah, so it's a good model. Business on the business side, if there's other providers out there listening, the toughest part about running a practice is running the practice. Seeing patients is easy. For the last 8 years, I've figured out how to run the practices.
Right.
And so now we can help people just provide the care, and we'll take care of the headaches and both benefit.
All right. Well, that music means we're going to break. And so when we get back, we'll have more BaaD Radio. So stay tuned. Welcome back. And this portion of the show is brought to you by Body Street of Winter Park. Experience EMS Fitness Studio, where it only takes 20 minutes a week to get a full body workout. Visit bodystreet.us to book your free trial.
We want to pump you up.
That's right. That's Stefan, the owner. So during the break, you guys went on that's when sometimes the best content is being discussed is while we're on break. I'm like, you guys just hold on to that thought so that we can talk about it. And so Chelsea, you were saying that, okay, so you do the hormone replacement and you have the pellets.
Yeah. And I think for me, every individual's different in how they feel. And I think that's that trigger point. I'm 50 and, my body started changing and, I can tell the difference when it's time, right? Like my body, I have the brain fog. I don't feel the same. I don't have the same energy. And I think oftentimes we think, oh, we can just fix that with drinking a little bit more water or, changing our diet a little bit. But I think the reality is the hormones have a huge impact in your overall well-being and how you feel.
Yeah, and as we're discussing, men are easy because ours are stable 365 days out of the year. Ladies are up and down each month to different degrees, and it starts to vary the closer to 50 you get. And so it's nice.
Like we can change. Like we can be like nice and smooth and everything's good, and then all of a sudden out of the blue
add a little cortisol stress or something to it and it all goes haywire.
Yeah, you're starting to cry during the day and you don't know why you're crying, or you can't think of that word that you talk about every single day. That brain fog is a real thing. And anyone that can help, I think women like me and through that process, it's huge. And I think those are the things that are so attractive about your services and what you do is how can you, be able to guide women that are in that age group that are like, how do I even navigate this? What do I even do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I come from more of the patient-centric perspective. I'm an empath, so I know how you're feeling, and I want to do everything so that you're happy. And so the big problem with the American healthcare system is you're paying hundreds a month for insurance, but still avoiding the doctors.
Yeah.
You're saying you get an appointment every 4 months, even with a good hormone doctor, but you might need something this afternoon, and that's why we're like, just call us. We're gonna spoil the patients.
I love that concierge service, and I think that's something so special about what you do versus probably a lot of the others out there. That concierge service, that's huge.
Yeah.
And then if you're sick, you just call me, and I can usually take care of it over the phone, or you can come by one of the offices. We have real offices where we draw your blood at the offices. We have all the COVID, flu. We have all the urgent care equipment at the office, x-ray. So we take care of everything. And then if you're also on blood pressure medicine or any of the primary care needs, we're just going to take care of all of that. So you're not running around to 3 different offices.
Yeah.
We can't do surgery
Right.
or chemotherapy, but we can take care of most things. And then I do have a great relationship with this specialist. So if you get bucked off your horse, I can text up one of my orthopedic friends and say, hey, where do you want her to go? Oh, go to the Oviedo ER, and we'll come take over from there and get it taken care of. Or if one of my contractor friends, he's like, my shoulder's killing me. We had him on some meds, calmed it down, and finally I just got him set up, that concierge kind of back door to my specialist friends, because they appreciate the referrals. I do all the hard work and say, here's the MRI. He needs rotator cuff surgery. And this patient friend of mine, it took about 10 days to get him to surgery instead of waiting for
I
the
still
hoops.
recommend people having some sort of insurance for those type of situations.
Yeah, for cancer, heart attacks,
because
surgery.
Yeah, even for like my son who's playing baseball, like he has to have insurance, and so St. Leo, the school, has their own insurance unless you can provide proof that you have your own. So, but yeah, it's $1,200. Between $1,000 and $1,200 a month for the family.
Yeah, we do $99 for adults, $39 for kids under 18. And it covers access to us and our time.
Right.
And it seems way too cheap for me. That's why I was hesitant. I'm like, $99, I get $250 for one visit.
Right.
Why would I want to do this?
How did you come up with
But from
that?
a business side, I spend all this time and energy trying to get new leads.
Yes.
Right.
We'll speak business terms. To get new leads is the most difficult, time-consuming, expensive part. So if I have this, say, panel of 800 patients instead of 2,500 like the hospital primary care type does. So if I get these 800 patients times $99 a month, I'm making more money, and I don't have nearly as much effort to get new leads all the time compared to, say, a lot of the aesthetic services that I've promoted in the past. A fractional CO2 laser. I spend all this time and money to get one lead for that.
Sure.
And then they're off shopping for more aesthetic procedures somewhere else. Whereas this, I get my 800 patients that I know they have access to me. We have this relationship for the next 20 years. And then that's the same group from a business perspective that's going to book the fractional CO2 once a year. But I don't have to go hunting them down. I already have them. So it's almost like the affordable price saves me a lot on marketing for new leads. And then word of mouth, it's going to be a lot easier because they're going to be like, oh my gosh, you got to meet my doctor, and it's only $99 a month.
And there's a relationship there. And I love that, that you care, that you're there to kind of guide them through the process. They're not going to want to go anywhere else.
Yeah. Well, I know that, like, for personal experience, like, Anna was traveling to Denver, or my daughter, and it was going to be, we couldn't get an appointment with the primary care to get her, like, the medication for the heights.
Sure.
And so, I text Dr. Naughtin, he took care of it, and he called it in and made sure that she was good. And I was like, wow, if it was just always that easy.
Right?
Yeah.
But it should be. We've made it so difficult in our world that we live in. And, that's what really attracted me to being able to talk with you today is truly concierge service that you do not see anywhere else.
No, I mean, I think in some situations you will even come to people's house, depending.
Yeah, we'll come to the house. Stitches are a perfect example. The 12-year-old splits his eye on the pool deck, and sometimes it's easier for me just to run over there and take care of it. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of such a thing?
No, I'm sitting here going, I'm writing notes in my mind. I need to give him a call today because, half the time, again, like we said, I don't see my doctor. And when I do, it's for the specific thing. And it took you, like, I don't know, X amount of time to get the appointment. Yes. And then you have 6.25 minutes that they allow you, and they don't have enough time to ask you any questions about they just know that, okay, this is what the symptom is, this is what we're allowed to prescribe, and that's what we do, and then they send you on your way with a script and end of story. That is the limit of Western medicine healthcare as far as I'm concerned. And a lot of Western medicine doesn't talk about hormone replacement and all the things that are so important to me. I know for a fact those are things that that's why I go to a doctor, not because I have all of these ailments or I'm sick. I'm never sick.
Yeah.
But the hormone replacement and the ability to help me with my weight loss, those are things that are so important to women today. And those are the conversations that are happening every day.
My primary care doctor doesn't know anything about
no. Mine said, do not even, that's just a myth. Don't do it. Don't.
Yeah.
It's not. I feel so much better when I'm going through the right hormone therapy, and when I'm really doing the things I need to do, I'm a whole different person.
Yeah. No,
so it's
I
something
am too.
real.
So it is, and they'll try to tell you that it's going to cause you blood clots. But you know what? They've used up on that a little bit, right, with the hormone replacement and blood clots and stuff.
Yeah, there's really no actual evidence about that.
But why did they go that direction?
I don't know. That was like 50 years ago. And then everyone just like clings onto that.
Exactly. All right, well, we're going to go to break. When we get back, we're going to talk more with Dr. Naughtin. So everybody stay tuned for some more BaaD Radio coming up. Welcome back to this portion of BaaD Radio is brought to you by Ground Up Property Service. Your sprinkler system has been running all year, but has anyone actually checked on it? I didn't think so. Kick off 2026 right and get your irrigation system serviced by Ground Up Property Services today. And hey, ask Rick Hall about adding a water sensor too so your lawn doesn't get too much water. Call 407-468-4295 or visit groundupinc.net. Okay, so I wanted to give everybody a little quick intro again. So again, I am Angela Smerito, and we have our lovely Chelsea Welsh, as well as our guest, our featured guest, Dr. Brian Naughtin with Beach Medical. So I'm trying to make sure that I introduce everybody again at the beginning of the, each segment, because if somebody's just tuning in, it's like, who am I talking to? Or who am I listening to? So there we go. All right. So you talked about something. You made a comment.
The nightmare of primary care.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah. So primary care, even as a physician going through residency, I just figured everybody when they turn 50 or so gets a blood pressure pill, a cholesterol pill, and probably some metformin diabetes pills.
Right.
And that would be like 90% of the visits in our clinic for the 3 years of my training. Mm-hmm. And then you get out in the community and it's like you meet these like 90-year-olds that don't take any medicine. You like panic. You're like, what's wrong? No, you don't have a doctor. Nobody's taking care of you. You're going to drop dead and have a heart attack and all these things. And then you get out of that training and you meet more and more people like that. And it kind of opens your eyes. So, but then those visits in the kind of hospital-based clinics, it's like, okay, here we go. We got 4 patients. We'll be conservative. 4 patients this hour. We gotta go over cholesterol, blood pressure, and diabetes. We gotta get their labs. We gotta refill all their medicine and do all this. And then tonight I'm gonna be doing these 20 charts in my pajamas till 8 o'clock at night. And so I was really hesitant to offer primary care as part of this package because I was like, it's kind of like giving a fat guy an all-you-can-eat buffet or something, right? They're going to come and drive me bonkers. But with our population of patients, it's more middle-aged, healthy, business-minded, busy people.
Right.
And it's been great. So it's kind of this like leap of faith, like, do I really want to offer $99 for all-you-can-eat primary care, hormones, weight loss, and all of these things?
Okay, so I know for a fact that you'll probably have 1 or 2
Overutilizers, definitely.
That's okay. But for the most part,
don't get any big ideas.
No, I'm not one of them. I won't be one of them. But I just happen to know that, like, in the way people are built, there's some people that are like going to call every day, and just you're going to have to figure out a way to work them through the system so that they don't take up too much of your time.
Yeah, we'll have a penalty box like in hockey.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We can put limits on visits.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope I don't need to put a limit on the visits. So
no, I mean, like I said, I think that you're right there. The majority of the people that you're talking to are like Chelsea and myself. We're busy business people, and we have families, and we don't have time to call. You know what I mean? Like when something's not right, it's a major distraction in what I'm trying to get done that day. And if my brain's not working right and if I have brain fog, I can't.
it'd be like,
it disrupts everything.
wait 3 weeks till your next appointment.
Mm-hmm.
And then your brain fog is either gone away or it's come back worse, or it's crazy.
So we'll just let you get a hold of us. And similar with like chiropractic treatment, people will go find a chiropractor when their back's flared up and they're having spasms or whatever, and then it's expensive. $85 a visit or $50 a visit if you're lucky. And the whole concept behind chiropractic is more the preventative, keep your musculoskeletal and nervous system lined up where you're not pinching any nerves or impingement, so everything's flowing right. And so this removes all the hurdles for that for $99. And, people can go 3 times a week during their flare-ups or just once a month. But
that's actually really amazing, honestly.
It's the same idea of spending all this time getting new leads. Just get those 800 loyal patients and limit the panel of patients so each provider has a limited amount of patients that they're responsible for, so they can actually have some time to relax. And math-wise, it averages out to about 40 or 50 visits a week, which is about 10 patients a day, which is closer to like 45 minutes or an hour a patient. So,
and like you said, that's great compared to the 6.5 minutes or 9 minutes or whatever it is that the normal the normal doctor gets. So how do you plan on rolling this out? I meant, like, with the patients that you currently already have, are you guys just
That's the easiest part, because they're like, wait, I just paid $250 for my Adderall refill once a month, and now it's just $99, and every month they just call or text me and be like, hey, and we have a system in place to anticipate when people need refills, so that with the automations and technology, send reminders and get all checked out like the dentists have. The dentists have the best customer management systems. Like,
yeah, I just got a text.
Reminds you all the time.
I just got a text this morning that said it's time to come back and see your dentist. So how do let's just walk through, like, getting into the $99 program. Just call our office, text our office number, message through the website, and get a free consultation. Come in and meet us. And will it be you?
We'll
Will it be
everything.
lady? I meant, like, how?
It just depends. So ladies are nurse practitioner with Orlando and Claremont. Lynette's our nurse practitioner, opening in St. Cloud in about a month.
Okay.
I hover around. We kind of do a team approach. I'm busy doing a lot of admin things, running the company and everything. I do have my kind of personal patients that I've accumulated over the years that I take care of. And then there's just certain things, like for the big hormone evaluation, Lady does a better job than I do.
Right.
Especially with the ladies. And then I'm really good for the urgent care visits.
Okay.
I take care of people while I'm in Panama. I take care of Eileen's daughter, like, from Panama. She didn't even know I was in Panama until she found out later when she saw my Facebook.
Yeah.
She's like, you were in Panama when you took care of my daughter? You didn't even mention anything. I was like, yeah, I was sitting in a conference in Panama. And
no, actually,
that
Chelsea,
care.
doctor,
I love the care and the commitment. All of that stuff matters.
Yeah, no, he responds just about any time that I text him, or I need something, or, like, my daughter needs something, or, it's just so it's been really nice. Now I just need to start paying the $99 a month, don't I?
Sign me up. I am there. I love it.
And that's been my problem in the past, is business conversation is I usually don't care about money. Like, I'm like, I just take care of patients, and I know it's going to, like, follow. Yeah. And this gives me kind of this happy medium where it's like, okay, now I don't feel bad. Even, like, friends and family, $99 is pretty affordable compared to the hassle of going somewhere. I do have quite a few patients, like I mentioned, have, like, their ADHD meds. You can only get 1 month at a time, and then you have to go to the pediatrician for your kid or whatever. I can take care of that over the phone in, like, no time at all.
Right.
Same with anxiety medications, things like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy and saves tons of time and money for the patients.
So for the hormone replacement kind of stuff, so you said that you can have the blood work done there, so people can go there. Women primarily can go. I'm not going to say women, but, like, Chelsea and I could go there and get our blood drawn, and we wouldn't have to worry about, like, any of those other places that you have to go.
Going to LabCorp, sitting at Walgreens in the waiting room for the LabCorp draw and things like that, and then you go to schedule, and there's nothing for, like, 3 days.
Exactly.
And you catch flu while you're in the lobby, and we just draw the blood in our little private practice.
Right. So you draw the blood, and then you run the labs that you want to see, and then that usually takes about how long for the lab?
We get lab results in a day or two.
Really?
Is it still included in the $99, or is there additional fees?
No, we
that?
get discounted. We give you a discount on the labs. So we figure our time's covered with $99, so we don't need to make $300 on your labs,
right? And
we don't need to make $100 on your meds. So we have those discounted, pretty significantly. So your labs figure for, like, a big full panel, a couple $100, and for, like, the in between, like $150. I also have a break.
I know. You also have a break. That was a good timing. All right. So we're going to continue with this conversation with Dr. Naughtin when we get back. So everybody stay tuned for more BaaD Radio coming up. Welcome back. And this portion of BaaD Radio is brought to you by Frogger's Grill and Bar. Looking to hang with a new crew or make some new friends? Then you need to hop over to Frogger's Grill and Bar. With 4 great locations, there is one right in your neck of the woods: Oviedo, Mount Dora, Apopka, and Altamont Springs. And the menu, everything is fresh, never frozen. Always delicious. Check out Froggers.com for more information. Frogger's Grill and Bar. Hop in with food and fun.
Yeah, boy.
Kind of stumbled through that one. But it's when you try a new script for the new year, you read it a couple times. And the funny thing is like your memory, like I could have read the other ones, like I could have just done them from straight memory. So changing things has got me all turned inside out. But anyway, so we're here with Dr. Ryan Naughtin with Beach Medical, and he was talking about some pretty amazing things that they're doing this year to help not just women, but men too, because that includes, hormone replacement includes testosterone as well.
Yeah.
But we were going to be talking about, you said we're going to talk about the hormone replacement with the pellets and then weight loss. That was
Our favorite GLPs. I was going to go real quick over. Chelsea mentioned the pellets. Pellets are like a tiny.
Is it estrogen?
Yeah, usually estrogen. They do testosterone.
They have like a mix.
They have all of them available.
Like estrogen,
pellets,
progesterone, and things like that.
All the hormones. But the pellets seem really awesome, like for our American culture. It's like, here, just get one pellet for 3 months, and you don't have to worry about it, which is kind of the opposite of what I'm talking about with personalized concierge care. The pellets are really popular for salespeople and the companies that sell the pellets. I found one company that they contract with a provider. The pellets, they charge us like $200 a pellet, and you can't use any other company's pellets. And it's real serious. They have this marketing thing, and it's just all this salesman stuff. And I'm not very compliant. I'm kind of a rebel, and like salesman, I'm like, get the salesman out of my practice, please. But we can get pellets for $30, like the same pellets. And do that, but that's not the point. The point is pellets better for you or not? They're good for some people that are busy, and maybe just like if the hormone's something that we just want kind of slow and steady, like a little estrogen, it's not a terrible idea. But we typically will have you doing a progesterone capsule every night anyways. We can just add a little estrogen to that progesterone capsule. It's still one pill.
Right.
And then we can adjust things as we need to, because like I said, women's hormones change each month. And sometimes you need a little extra progesterone for half the month and not so much for the other half, and different things like that. So pellets are great for salesmen, and they pitch these practices. You're going to make $80,000 in pellets this year. You sell these, boom, 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 boom. And that's just the business model. Fortunately, unfortunately, I'm not a salesman, business owner. I'm building this for my pleasure and fulfillment, and I found a way to take care of the patients just as well and let them be fulfilled. So
I love that.
Yeah.
Same thing with the peptides. Peptides is a broad term. Peptides are amino acid sequences, and we have a ton of them in our body. That's our physiology. And when we talk about peptides, it's pretty much humans are finding these peptides and what they do and making them in a lab so that we can tweak our own peptides, kind of like we tweak hormones. So the weight loss ones are the most common right now, the GLP-1, GIP, and a few other ones. And so those you don't really even have to have a doctor for. You can order them online.
I thought you had to have a prescription, though.
There's some websites you can just order them from because it's not necessarily like FDA-controlled medicine. There's the good peptide distributors will only sell them to providers. So they're kind of like, less liability if,
So if you just get online,
you just
and
order
you're
them
like,
online
I want
and-
to order some Ozempic, and you get it from some, no-name online distributor, you don't really know what you're getting.
Yeah, then you get constipated and get a bowel obstruction, and like, who do you call? You call your primary care. He's like, sorry, sucker, you're on your own. Go to the ER. It all ends up at the ER, and that's how all those horror stories come. So, but anyways, we manage that in-house, and we're familiar with it. We've been doing it for a couple of years. Similar, it's something you don't want to just be like left out on your own for 3 months. especially the first couple of months, it can be pretty rough. It's kind of a shock to the body.
Are you talking about the peptides, or are you talking about the hormone?
Like semaglutide, tirzepatide, Ozempic, Wegovy, the weight loss ones. They really slow down your digestive system, and you can get in some trouble sometimes getting so backed up and
I know
nauseous.
that I tried Ozempic, and it made me sick as I
it was like
so nauseous, and I couldn't sleep, and I couldn't take it. It just wasn't right for me.
yeah, it's like you're losing weight because you're sick or because it's working. It's a little of both, but
it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it for me.
The tirzepatide it's the more modern one. It has the 2 peptides. It's a little easier on you. I think you've tried that one.
Yeah, the tirzepatide I can take.
It's a little easier, and then it works physiologically instead of just making you so sick you don't want to eat. Like I compared the Ozempic the first month to like the first trimester of pregnancy. It's like I know how a pregnant woman feels now. Like I don't want to eat anything.
So did you try it? It made you sick too?
I try most of these things on myself. But yeah, so. But yeah, we handle all that, and then there's the advanced catalog of peptides like BPC 157 and TB 500 and the growth hormone stimulators, tesamorelin, sermorelin, ipamorelin, and all these fun things.
I thought that the FDA made all of those illegal.
It's complicated. I believe it's basically for like the compounding pharmacies. Yeah,
as long as
I'm not going to pretend I know all the laws on that, but they're still legal how we're doing it.
Yeah. Sure. Well, like the peptide. What did you say? The ipamorelin and things like that.
The
so
growth hormone.
Yeah, I've experienced with that, and it was nothing. It was fantastic. There was the IPA, and then there was a butymorelin. Like between my husband and I, we both tried those, and we had fantastic.
Yeah, it helps you stimulate your muscle, your growth hormone, which is what keeps us young and trims you up a little bit. So we manage all those.
That's awesome. I mean,
same thing. It's like you never know when the patient's going to need help. We don't want to. We have an opening next Tuesday or something. It's like people need to know this stuff now.
Yeah.
So we're set up for that with our limited panel of patients for each provider, and then the team of us. Even if someone's busy, I can jump in and help out.
Right. Well, I think that your new plan and your new structure is phenomenal. I think that it's going to be very, very successful, and we'll do whatever we can to help, help get the word out to all of our lady friends. And we have lots of them.
It's a huge conversation. Everyone's talking about it between hormone replacement and weight loss. Every single person I talk to, this is a major focus in their life.
Yeah, so I'm set up in my mind to have 10 practices. If there's nurse practitioners out there that love the idea of these services and want to work with us, come find me.
That's great.
At Beach Medical, and we can fill in all the gaps, give you the support, and bring you up to be an expert and feel comfortable in your own practice working with us. And we have great energy, and we're gonna have great growth this year.
No, I think that's awesome, and like I said, I can't really say enough about Dr. Naughtin and his practice, because he's been very, very beneficial to my family, and I appreciate that very, very much. So the one thing I didn't mention is Chelsea, and I wanted to get your opinion on this too. Is that Chelsea works for Florida Energy, Water, and Air. And so they work on.
Isn't that like the
water,
the Pokemon, all the Pokemon cards, right?
No,
Fire, water. Sorry, I have an 8-year-old who did Pokemon night last night.
Yeah,
okay,
I love it.
I
it's
know
just a whole home water treatment system, so it really allows for the benefits of making sure that you have clean water in your home in a unique way through reverse osmosis and alkaline and all of the great things that we're all like, what is this water down here and why are we drinking it?
Yeah, we need to know more about that.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I know, but we're out of time now, though. So
no, that's okay.
We'll
talk about it soon.
So go ahead and give everybody your contact information.
Beachmedicalflorida.com, 407. Oh, no.
Just Beach Medical.
407. Go to our website, 407-502-0073. we'll post it on there.
I'll post it on social as well.
Yeah, we have all the social media. It's pretty. There's not a lot of beach medicals out there, so use Beach Medical Florida will come up, or just Google my name, Ryan Naughtin, MD, and we'll come up.
Thank you so much for being here, Chelsea. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
And I just want to thank everyone for tuning in, and have a great week. And remember to support local.